Alright, third grade, so I just wanted to show you the next part. If you guys have noticed, I wove all the way up right to the edge of my leg. I can no longer see, I just see a little tiny bit of my color sticking out. So I'm actually just going to do 2 more rows. I wanted to point out to you that if you finish and you have a really long tail like I do, you're actually just going to pull it on through and then just pull it out. Making sure you're keeping it nice and tight. And again, I can't see any of my warp strings. So I have a lot of tails like that. That's totally fine. Again, if you have 2 that meet up like this, just tie them in a knot and you can trim them down so that they're at least to the length of the board. So next I'm going to start doing my other leg. So I'm actually going to flip my board around just so it's easier for me to get to it. And I'm going to start from the bottom and I'm going to work my way back up. So I'm going to start doing exactly the same thing, making sure that you realize that there's going to be a gap between those legs. If you have a skirt on, you'll obviously start, only to where the skirt goes to with your legs. But, excuse me. But, yes. Okay. So there's this gap, and I'm going to do my next one up. So I'm going to start over, under, and I know which way I have to go because I can see that this is over. So this is, over, under, over, so I have to go, make sure I'm going the opposite way. I'm going to pull it so that my tail's, again, at least as long as my finger. And here, let's zoom in so you guys can see exactly what I'm doing. Alright, so I have that. And then I'm just going to keep going back and forth like we did last time. Putting my finger here to kind of make sure my tail stays. And you don't want to pull it too tight. You'll also notice that one of these legs is actually thinner than the other one, and that's okay, because you have to have an odd amount of strings for your pattern to repeat itself. So you'll keep going all the way up in this exact same fashion with your second leg, making sure you're keeping it nice and tight, or tightly pushed together, but loose on those edges. Again, you're going to do it all the way up, watching out for your other strings, until you are at the same level. You also want to make sure, notice that this one is under, and then you'll end with this one being over. So, be aware of that. If you have any other questions while we're going through, just let me know.